Hey guys, coming to you on this beautiful sunny day, and I just wanted to talk to you guys really quickly about a conversation I had with my brother actually yesterday about why magic and certain other spiritual practices actually see results. And I was telling him a story about a lady that I know whose daughter started having all of these medical issues all of a sudden. I mean, like extreme, like she was having seizures and nightmares, couldn't sleep at night, and so I've been watching her go through this process of taking her daughter to all these specialists, and nobody could figure out what was wrong with her. So after months of going to specialists and nobody being able to tell them what was wrong physically and even suggesting that it might be mental, she finally took her daughter to a spiritual advisor who informed her that a curse had been placed on her daughter. So she proceeded to tell me not only that the woman was able to see how the curse was performed, but she told me how they removed the curse and what materials they used, how they used numerology and color and all that stuff. And it was a very long and involved process. And for each step of the way, she was telling me kind of what everything symbolized. And so as she's talking, I'm thinking to myself, wow, that's a lot. And there was a time when I would have heard somebody say something like that and I would have totally judged them like, magic, witchcraft. So anyway, I'm having a discussion with my brother about it the next day, and I'm just kind of casually telling him what happened because of something else related to it. And I said to him, the reason why magic works, or any spiritual practice, Christianity, religion, anything, meditation, all of it, is because it strengthens our intention and it changes our mindset so that we can allow what it is that as creators we're putting out there to come into the 3D. So when somebody is going through a ritual, it's not the actual steps that cause it to be effective. It is the mindset of the person performing the steps. So if someone's using numerology or colors or anything like that in order to perform a ritual, what's really happening is they're shifting their own internal beliefs about the situation. Same thing with religion. Whenever somebody gets down on their knees to pray, it's not the prayer. It's not even the scriptures that they use. It is the strength of their belief in what they're saying. And they're being sure about what is going to take place. And this is what I talk about when I talk about manifestation and conscious creation. It's all about faith in the energy that you're putting out there in the universe. And that's why when you look at different spiritual practices, they can be kind of hit or miss. Like, sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. And that's because they're not dependent on the method. They depend, if the method is effective in changing a person's mind about a situation, then it affects their reality. And it can go so far as to affect the reality of those that they're thinking about. For example, the girl had the curse put on her without her awareness. And the reason why it works that way is because ultimately we're all part of the one consciousness. We're all aspects of the same creative energy. And so if we are having thoughts about someone, we can affect them. I mean, we've all experienced thinking about someone we haven't talked to in a long time and having that person call us or show up in our reality. That happens to me all the time. And that's because, like I said, we all come from the one creative source. So that's why at this point in my spiritual journey, I'm trying to understand that mechanism. I'm trying to understand what it is about the way that we're made in our subconscious mind and our conscious mind that causes our manifestations to be effective, that causes our lives to look a certain way, that causes us to put ourselves in certain positions. And so if someone is involved in a spiritual practice, all judgment is gone from this point of view. I know a lot of people who are religious think that all other religions are bad, and people especially fear witchcraft and those type of things. But if you understand that all of those things are only tools that are used to strengthen a person's intention, then you understand that it's not the religions or the spiritual practices that are good or bad. It's the intentions of the person practicing. And so if someone chooses a certain spiritual practice, what we should really be focused on is how effective that practice is in changing their mindset, allowing them to bring in what it is they really want in their lives, allowing them to change their own mindset. And a lot of people will use spiritual practices to try to control other people. And what happens is, yes, maybe they can put a curse on someone, maybe they can affect someone's behavior. But if internally they're still unsatisfied, that's the only reason they would be trying to control another person in the first place. So judging things as good or bad is a sign that we haven't expanded our consciousness enough to understand what the true mechanism of manifestation and creation is. Whatever we're doing personally, whatever we see other people doing, everything is mental. That's the first universal law. All is mental. And so whatever we're doing is impacting what we believe, what our intentions are, and therefore affecting our reality. The modality does not matter at all. And so that's why I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. After exploring all different religions, after exploring all different spiritual practices, the common thread when I see people being effective in performing miracles or impacting their reality is their strength of intention and how sure they are that the thing that they're imagining is going to come to pass. So that's why magic works. That's why prayer works. That's why everything works. That's why positivity works, because if you are strengthening your intention and if you are building up your faith in what it is that you're creating mentally with your imagination, then yes, whatever you're doing is going to be effective. So I hope this helped you guys. I know I haven't been very consistent on here, but if you like this, give me a like. Click like and share it, subscribe. I do plan on putting up a lot more content, whether it's video like this or audio from my podcast, and I'll include in the comments below the link to my website, my podcast, all the other things I have out there. So you guys hit that bell button too if you want to see when I post. Hope you enjoyed.